We are now just 19 days away from Star Wars Celebration, which is going to be the time and place of the official debut of the teaser trailer by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that I myself am truly looking forward to seeing is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize the character of Luke Skywalker portrayed by Mark Hamill once more in this movie. Now, what's really exciting about this film is that we do know that Mark Hamill is really going to engage in some of the flashback sequences, as well as some Force Ghost scenes in this movie by JJ. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the moment between, of course, Luke Skywalker as well as a specific planet in Episode 9. Specifically, it's described that Mark Hamill shot a scene during the month of January over at Cardington, in which he was decked out in a black robe, standing in front of a 70-foot-high green screen. It's described that one of the large set pieces included a crashed Star Destroyer engine that had a lighting system to give the effect that the engines were still running. It's described to be Luke Skywalker witnessing the aftermath of the Battle of Jakku in a flashback sequence by JJ. Another sequence that Mark shot included walking through some of the wreckage, where two extras played villagers to appear confused of what just happened. It's said to be a scene after Luke takes down a large Star Destroyer. It's said that this scene will transition to a sequence involving Rey entering a desert world, also likely to be the planet of Jakku in present time. The one important sequence that Mark had to shoot before all of this involved him closing his eyes and stretching his arm out next to R2-D2 as he was taking down one of the Star Destroyers in the flashback sequence. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we heard about this lightly once again a couple of weeks ago about Mark Hamill shooting a scene back, I think it was January, for the exact same scene that is actually this one. Now, when we think about this, we do know that J.J. Abrams wants to do amazing things with this movie. He really wants to pack in a lot of action and also use this movie as a way to tie into elements of the past and even specific timelines in between the sequels and the originals that fans never got to see on the big screen. So if you look at the planet of Jakku, as of right now, a lot of people just view it as that, just Jakku. There's not a lot of people that are very well aware about the Battle of Jakku in the Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1 video game. We actually do get to witness exactly what went down over the surface of that planet. It was basically the last stand for the Empire 1 year after the Battle of Endor. Now, what's really exciting about all of this, guys, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with me on this, but to me, this would absolutely satisfy me as a fan. And this, without a doubt, by the way, fixes the character of Luke Skywalker as far as telling the fans how powerful of a Jedi Master he really was in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, or even in between the sequels and the originals, whatever have you. So, as much as I really do love the character of Luke Skywalker in the originals, guys, I gotta say, he's right up there with Anakin Skywalker, one of my favorite characters in pop culture. So, when we look at Episode 9, you can only imagine what J.J. Abrams is trying to do with this movie in order to really make a lot of fans happy around the world, in order to really get great feedback on the film that could very well make it, the best movie of the current trilogy. So first things first, it included a 70-foot-high green screen. So that, to me, alright, is a very high green screen that tells us that this whole entire sequence is going to be epic. It's going to be very large, I guess you could say. It's going to be very wide-angled. You're going to see a lot of things going on in the background while we have a rear shot of Luke Skywalker. And I think that this is what a lot of fans have wanted to see for a very long time. We do know that there were original plans for this. In The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson went over some ideas here and there about Luke taking down the Star Destroyers. However, he changed his mind, and he figured he didn't want Luke to be too much of like a superhero per se, and just wanted him to do his thing in, of course, The Last Jedi, which was the Force projection technique. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, it would have been amazing if they actually got inspired from Dark Empire, where Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi actually ignited his lightsaber and deflected all the blaster fire back at those AT-ATs. That's what I honestly I honestly thought that that's what was going to happen in The Last Jedi when I went to go ahead and see the film. But when we go ahead in episode 9, we do know that J.J. Abrams is going to do very interesting things for the character of Luke in this movie. I couldn't be more excited. This is literally going to be the last time that we get to see Mark Hamill portraying the character of Luke Skywalker. You know, many years ago, we thought it ended with Return of the Jedi, and even with The Force Awakens, you know, at first we thought that that was going to be it. But then, you know, we got him in The Last Jedi. A lot of people were upset about it. So episode 9 basically gives us that last shred of hope about JJ really delivering for the character. Now, if you guys like the character in The Last Jedi, that's fine and okay. Everybody has their opinion. But for me, I had a lot of issues with Luke in episode 8. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.